On Sunday morning, multiple explosions across locations in Sri Lanka, including 3 churches and hotels, disrupted the Easter holiday. According to authorities, the attacks claimed over 350 lives and left another 500 wounded. Our reporter, Ronnie Lee, is here to tell us how one community with a large Sri Lankan population is coping with the tragedy.
Yes, Jose, the global community reacted to this tragedy. Here in the tri-state area, the Sri Lankan community felt this attack deeply. Even if they're almost 8,700 miles away from home, they mourned the victims at several vigils and memorial services. We went to one vigil on Monday night at a mosque in Somerset, New Jersey. Sri Lankan Buddhists paid their respects to those who lost their lives in the Easter attack. They poured water into a ceramic cup to help those who perished in their rebirth. At Ali Mosque, almost 200 Sri Lankans of many faiths, along with several other community leaders, gathered to mourn those lost in Sunday's attack.
3 people that I know, 2 of them were in the hotel having Easter brunch. The other one was praying at this famous church in Colombo. They've all perished.
In a minute of silence, people turned on their phone lights. Among them, Sanjeev Silva, the president of Sri Lanka Association of New York. Silva himself is Roman Catholic.
It's really significant to me personally. It's actually at a mosque. It's a symbolic
of a unity that can exist between communities of all faiths. The leader of this mosque expressed frustration about the ignorance of non-Muslims and misinterpretations by self-proclaimed followers.
No Muslims will kill anybody. One of the fundamental things that we have in Islam is that if you kill someone, it's like you killing the whole nation. If you save someone, you're saving the whole humanity.
Many are asking why this tragedy happened. Could it have been prevented? Questions we took to an expert at Columbia University.
The Sri Lankan government was aware that this group was potentially going to become a little bit more violent, but obviously they weren't aware of the degree of coordination that ended up happening between this local group and probably some international collaborators.
So, Ronnie, the Sri Lankan government actually received multiple warnings before the attack, and one even right before the attack. So why did they do anything about it?
It's a very tricky question, Jose. According to Professor Gottlieb, these governments receive so many warnings on potential risks or threats all the time, and it's up to them to pick and choose, right? But usually, unfortunately, it takes a major attack like this for them to really recognize these warnings and take them more seriously.
So how is local government reacting?
There was definitely a lot of anger, Caroline. Actually, just a couple of hours earlier, the president of Sri Lanka asked 2 of their top security officials to resign. One of the lawmakers actually asked these officials to be arrested and prosecuted.
Thank you, Ronnie.